Absolutely. First of all, Trump is aspiring to do what JFK did, who was a great man, and he was taken down before his time, and Reagan, who was assassinated, attempted assassinations. So both of these people in our historical lives have been impaired, but they brought in tax cuts, and that stimulated this country, the businesses, and that's what Trump will do. Trump knows how to run businesses. There's an importance to get this whole economy stimulated. Because all Hillary wants to do is make everyone dependent on government, and then they become slaves. They don't even understand how to get a job, create a job. She does not. She is totally committed to the communist or the Maoist view. She wears a Mao suit. She, at the DNC, the only poster selling was the sun rays of Che Guevara and Mao, side profile view, and her Maoist suit. She is totally sold out to the communist China. And it shows when Barack Obama went to China, every other dignitary walked on the red carpet. They treat Obama as they're already controlled, that he's their lackey. He went to the back. And when he argued, they said, this is our country. Duarte in Philippines has totally negated the respect that should be afforded.
Look, the Democrats say the economy is good, but
totally said, let's get out of the get the bases out. Get the bases out. How does a president just lay down like that? We can't have our presidents disrespected. Obama is now a lackey to the Chinese.
You know, I ride around New Jersey, and I've never seen so many stores for rent, so many businesses out of business. You're trying to tell me that this economy is a good economy? Buddy Kahn, what do you think about that? You're a Democrat.
Yeah, I blame George Bush. George Bush, what happened to the economy?
I absolutely agree. In 1989, when George Bush took over, actually took over under Reagan. Reagan was asleep. I don't know why they have such accolades. He was forced to surrender his administration to Bush's. They started the debt under Reagan, and I used to say, what are they spending on? This guy is not a conservative, he's a liberal. He spends more we don't have than, if you're in a personal household, you max out your credit cards, that's liberal. So it started under George Bush. He was at $3 trillion in '89 under his puppets, his son, George W., the fraternity boy, Obama, and Hillary, and Bill. With NAFTA, we went from $3 trillion to $20 trillion, $10 trillion under Obama. This is a disgrace. This is a sellout. This is the Saul Alinsky proscribed communist way.
I don't know how many reviewers actually saw the movie Hillary's America. Look, I have no problem putting a woman in the White House or at any kind of level. It's not
about women,
but
it's
about the person that's going to be in there and whether you can trust them or not. They keep on saying, do you trust her? From the emails, from Benghazi, from this, that, and the other thing, from the speeches that she made, she got paid anywhere from $250,000 to $750,000 a speech. Now, she don't care where Willy Wonka goes. You know, I'm talking about Bill's Willie. She don't care where that goes, because if she did, she would have divorced him years ago. Okay, well, he's a ladies' man.
It's a power
but we're talking about Trump now. We're talking about Trump and the things that he said. You should hear some of the things that Bill Clinton said on the golf course. You know,
exactly.
I mean, they're trying to raise up things that will hurt the election for Trump. Everything has been a negative election. I've never seen so many go back, not even going back and forth. It's just like a little baby saying, you hear what he said, you hear what he did, you hear whatever.
The media is a disgrace. They have known, by this book alone, Clinton's War on Women, in that book it talks about Broderick, Willie, and so many. Well, Paula Jones got paid $850,000 because he raped. He grabbed the genitals. What Trump did, and the media is all over that on this irrelevant statement 10 years ago when he was not running for president, when he was doing his macho fake thing. It was just posturing with the Hollywood. Oh, I'm a big stud. I can do.
You think he would get a freebie?
And it was inappropriate. But he apologized today like a man. He said he would never really. He didn't mean that.
He lied to the United States. Straight face. He lied to the United States.
Who?
Bill Clinton said he did not have relations with that.
Bill Clinton has lied, and she lies, and they get away.
I mean, they're
with it.
trying to talk about what a womanizer Trump
So
is.
the point
You gotta be kidding.
The point
It's
I'm
like
trying to make, the media on every page I look to, big Trump. What about what he said about women? Okay, look. What man, if in their private stance, if he's not a man, hasn't said something? This PUSSY something. Okay, in an election, it's not appropriate. But take the context, which the media always takes out of context. 10 years ago in Hollywood, the man has so many great women behind him. He is, and Clinton has literally raped many women. She has abased these women, embarrassed them, suppressed them, threatened them, made their lives hell. And this is a woman for women? No, she's not. She's not for children.
That's
she
right.
defended a rapist she knew was guilty. And the girl was 12 years old, went into a coma, and she laughed about the system. And you know what one of her arguments was? This little 12-year-old wanted it to happen, wanted the fantasy of having an older man. What a disgrace. She's for women? No, I don't think so. So when the real issues come up, the media ignores it. They've ignored this for a long time.
She always says she's for women and children.
This stupid little thing with the Trump on that Hollywood studio. They were holding this for a year, I guarantee, and they popped it up 2 days before a debate, a month before the election, because they just want him to look silly. And I've asked people. I said, "What do you think of that?" They're all uninformed. We got so many zomboid Americans, don't read, don't know nothing. I tell them facts like this about it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Guess what? You vote for her, you get what you ask for. And I'm going to give you something I'm going to do. If the American public invites or elects Hillary, and because it's going to be rigged, I'm going to go over to their side, and I'm going to become part of the Inquisition. If you want burqas, I'll make you wear burqas.
First of all, Donald Trump tweeted, "Happy Rosh Hashanah to everyone," because his son-in-law is Jewish. She cares about as much as Jews as she cares about Bernie Sanders, okay, and as much as Obama cares about relations with Israel.
Bernie Sanders is a total fraud. He's weak. I said it from the get-go. He was a Republican, then an independent, then a Democrat. He's back to independent. He betrayed his people. He should have won the election. He laid down, and now two people come to see him when he talks. And Hillary just dumped him because he has no validity anymore. He has a $600 to $1 million house that he bought for cash and an alley. So he just uses people and subverted his whole campaign. Trump has been defying. He talked about rigging. Pence was immaculate. He was dignified, and little baby came with. He had nothing to say. He talked about the birth certificate. I'm going to say it right here. That birth certificate, whether okay, he was born in the U.S., but it was not a valid birth certificate. There was typed digits and there was written digits.
Not valid, no?
Obama was born in 1961, wow. And they said his father was from Kenya, which only formed in 1963. Before that was the British East Protectorate. So that makes that birth certificate a lie. Why would the president lie about his birth certificate? Why? I don't care. It's irrelevant. It shouldn't be brought up. But Kane and Hillary bring it up to distract. This whole thing with this Machado, distraction. This woman is so disreputable. She was in a porn star, the Miss Universe. Porn show, she drove her boyfriend who murdered someone away from the crime scene, and she's whining about her feelings. The Clintons destroyed Venezuela's economy. They are starving, they're eating zoo animals, and this girl is talking about her feelings when her own countrymen are starving. She's selfish, the Clintons are selfish, and they go together like peas in a pod. They're selfish. The Clintons, look what has happened to Haiti recently with the hurricane. They have raised $128 million and pocketed $118 million and gave the poor Haitians $10 million.
They put it away for their good
Is she for blacks? The whole country, most of it is black, and they're protesting every time they see her. Where's their money? They don't respect blacks. They say, "Give me your vote."
In fact, we just had a call, Mark. We just had a caller asking that same exact question. Yeah. What happened to the money that they raised to help the Haitians.
God knows it went in their pocket. It went in their pocket, and it did not help the Haitians.
And they're talking about Trump's pocketing his contributions.
Trump's foundation is charitable and it's legitimate. Their foundation is based on bribery. They talk about his connection with Russia. Well, how about her connection with the uranium deal? She sold 20% of our vital uranium to the Russians. The Chinese, she gave nuclear secrets to them. That's before the email. And every time the email's brought up in the debate, the moderator or the ally of Clinton, in this case, Holt, he questioned Trump 41 times, and 2 times they were wrong. It is constitutional frisk, and he did not want the war in Iraq because it was absolutely stupid, erroneous, and it not only cost us trillions of dollars, it cost the lives of our youth. Our youth is being destroyed by all these continuous, incessant wars. And that's another thing that is helping China. They sit back, we fight, we spend. All these radical doctrines create class warfare, gun control, health control, all implemented by the communist Obama regime. And Bush went to the communist China in the 70s. And evidently he sold out. Because one of the vital things is putting a country in debt where they can't even breathe. We cannot breathe. We need somebody who points out the corruption, Trump, who points out the rigging, Trump. And Pence is a great buy. I hear people say, let's put Pence in. Well, guess what? If Trump didn't select Pence, we would have never heard of him. He didn't run. He was a lightweight. The person who brought up the issues was Trump. And Pence is a great balancing act. He can calm him. He can say, hey, let's look at it in a less consume way. Let's get the message across better. And that's what Pence does. And I commend him for it. And I commend him for Christianity. This is a Judeo-Christian society. Look at what they did in the DNC. They brought a great family who lost a son. That guy was a handsome, valid hero. But what did the Democrats do? They used one Muslim when there were, as Gold Star parents, when there were 20 to 30,000 Gold Star Jewish and Christian families. They should have marched them all up. But they took just the one Muslim family to divide this country. We have great people, and they had a great son. But they also have great Christian and Jewish, which are predominant ones losing their lives, and they don't mention them. And then Benghazi, she actually lies to the mother, a woman, about her son. And there was something more fishy than the video. It has been proven that they took 20,000 weapons from Libya, which they destroyed. It was a paradise. Everyone had free everything. They destroyed that.
There you have it.
Syria,
Mark Cohen, pro-Trump. Don will be proud of you.
Weapons to ISIS.
Well, that concludes our show.
No, just keep it going.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
They want to disrupt the whole Middle East. They gave 150 million to Iran, and Kane says, without firing a shot. We said, no. When the shots are fired, it's going to be a nuclear weapon directed at us and Israel to destroy it. So just because a shot hasn't been fired yet, it will be by the Iranians, because we gave them, Obama and Hillary gave them $150 billion. And then they ransomed another $1.7 billion to allow the leaders of Iran to put in their private accounts. It's a disgrace, the corruption that goes on.
There it is, the wonderful politics of Mark Cohen. Don will be proud of you. He would love you, your support, Mark. Republicans love you for that. Conservatives love you for that. That was great. Buddy Khan, thank you so much for coming to the show. Your music was beautiful, and we pray for those people who were hit by the hurricane in Florida, and we hope that they get their electricity back, and we pray for all the people in North Carolina as well.
There was another earthquake in Italy.
Another one.
Yeah, Mark, did you want to do a final note? You can do a final note.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to be said. Trump is not a messiah. He's not flawless. He has a lot of issues, but he beat 16 clowns that are Republicans. Kasich, who is a fraud, he gets up and supports TPP, that will destroy our economy. All the Asian countries will have our jobs. That's suicide. And what we really have not a party system. Republican transfer the Republicans. We have a Bush family that I'll emphasize the word used the Republican Party for 80 years. They're outspokenly going to vote for Clinton. What traitors. What does that mean? Romney was just posing and not really trying to beat Obama. Is he a Republican? McCain was just posing and he got lost to Obama. Was he just posing? What is this really? A one-party system that helps the Chinese and destroys our own country?
Well, we look forward to the debates tomorrow night.
There's a little more that has to be said. Now, I'm shocked at the Jewish voters. Do they want the people? There are people that are not vetted. The funny thing is, Trump is not a racist. When he talks about the Mexicans, he doesn't call them all he calls that certain ones felons. There are 2 million felons here. They commit crimes and they leave. That we don't know their names. Now, in your personal house, Jesse, would you allow a stranger to come in and use your electricity and use your food?
Oh,
of course not, and no other American would.
Not if I was in my right mind.
The whole country is supposed to do it because the media says it. Let's stop going with the media where 2 and 2 is 5, 6, and 7, and use our own insight.
I know the media is really turning things around.
2 and 2 is 4.
They dug that video from years ago.
15 million Muslims come in and take over the legislative seats of Schumer and Feinstein, the Jewish senators, and they tell everyone they have to wear a burqa. Is that what we want? Well, if you don't understand 2 and 2, that's what you're going to get. And if we're going to keep we're allowing Panama to be taken over by China. There is bases in Caribbean. There's Monterey that was sold supposedly.
Okay, well,
to the
we're going to catch up. We'll be here next week, same time, 8 to 9.
2 more points I have to make.
2 more points.
2 more points. There is a unbelievable. There's the men who are going to, whether they be white, black, or Latino, who are going to vote for her. There is an immaturity there. I think they're jealous of Trump's success with women. All his women are outstanding, intelligent, and beautiful ladies, and with his business success. I had a guy come in and he said, "Oh, he's a con man." No, con men use other people's money. He used as his own.
Okay,
She's a con man. Let me finish. He also said, "Oh, no, I'm not jealous." You know what he said as he walked out? Oh, his father gave him money. Jealousy. His father gave him money. His brother died of alcoholism. Donald Trump could have gone that way. No, he made New York a great city. He's international. He's a success. Period.
That's
and a lot of men
are afraid of that. You can't take that away from him.
Success.
Even with the tax returns and all that. That's so bunch of malarkey.
The tax returns are legal. Okay, what he did is legal. Do you want to pay more or less taxes, Jesse?
Obviously,
less taxes. Yeah. So he did what was legal. By the way, another one of these fraidy cats of voting for the right guy, Trump. He said he had. Let me finish. He had 11 bankruptcies.